Kitty, what are you doing? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to go over my first ultrasound and my first doctor's appointment and what happened to me. Maybe if you're about to go to your first doctor's appointment, you kind of want to know like what's going to happen in my first doctor's appointment. I have no idea. So let me just tell you what happened to me and how I felt about the whole experience. So my first doctor's appointment was at 11 weeks pregnant, and from what I heard from a lot of people, that sounded like it seemed a little late in my pregnancy to have a first doctor's appointment. But to me it seemed fine because I would rather go a little bit later on so I could actually like hear a heartbeat, you know, see the baby that actually looks like an actual baby. You know, it didn't bother me that much because I'd rather go later on because I don't like going to the doctor at all. So my first doctor's appointment was 11 weeks pregnant. When I get to the doctor's office, the first thing the lady tells me to do is to pee in a cup. So I did that, and then we had the ultrasound first. And I don't know what it's like where you live, but my doctor's office let Jesse come with me for the ultrasound part. So the ultrasound took about, I want to say 30 minutes. I feel like the lady didn't do it as long, or maybe she did, I don't know, tell me, but it seemed like she kind of didn't do it as long as I thought she would. But it's probably because me and Jesse don't really show excitement too much in anything. So we were just sitting there just like chilling, like, yeah, like no tears were shed, like I didn't start crying, like nobody acted like they were super excited about the experience. So she probably was just like, what is wrong with these people? I don't know. But I thought that I wouldn't care that much about the ultrasound. And this is one of those times where you think you know how you're gonna react to something, and then it happens to you and you're like, nope, I was so wrong. So I didn't think that I was gonna care that much about the ultrasound. I was just gonna be like, oh, it's an ultrasound, yeah, that's cool, whatever. And as much as I didn't show excitement on the outside, I was really happy on the inside to actually be seeing the baby. And the one thing that happened during the ultrasound, which I'm not too happy about, is I didn't get to hear the heartbeat. Like I saw the heart beating and I saw the like, what is that? I don't know. The you know, when a heart beats, you see it. I don't even know what that's called. What's that called? The sonar, radar, whatever, on the screen, but we didn't actually like hear it. But I don't know, just seeing the little heart beating, I don't know, it's just like, it's real. Like my pregnancy finally seems real and legit. Like from the time I found out I was pregnant until the time I saw that first ultrasound, I was just like, this doesn't seem too real. Like I feel like crap every day, but other than that, it doesn't seem like there's anything in me. And to actually see like a head of a baby inside of me, a tiny little body inside of me, I was like, oh my God, there's something in there. It's in there. It's real. I'm really pregnant. Like what the heck? And I feel like something changed for Jesse too after the ultrasound. He was like, he said something similar, like it seems more real now. I put the pictures up on our fridge, and when he came home from work and saw that I put the pictures up, he was like, I love that you did that. So I think it kind of hit him too, like this is for real now. And I don't know, yeah. So the ultrasound took about 30 minutes. She moved around. She didn't really say a whole lot. She just took a bunch of measurements on the screen of everything, like how big the yolk sac was and like all this stuff. She was taking measurements and she said it was almost 2 inches long already, which for my tracker on my phone, it said my baby was only supposed to be like 1.5 inches. So to be almost 2 inches, Yes, honey. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but it just seemed like a good sign. I don't know. What else did she do in the ultrasound? That's about it. Yeah, she just measured a bunch. And then we got the 3D ultrasound, which I thought they had to use like a different machine for, but she used the same machine and it just popped up on the screen, this 3D image, and it kind of scared me. And I was like, ooh, that baby looks real scary right now. Can you go back to the other screen? But I got my ultrasound pictures and she printed so many for us, which I'm so happy about. You can see its little head. And it has a big forehead. And I was telling Jessie, like, this baby's gonna have your head. It has a big forehead. Not that Jessie's forehead is like too big, but compared to my forehead, it's huge. But all babies' foreheads are that big at this time. So yeah, this is a 3D image. If you could see it, it kind of looks a little scary compared to like this image. So I'm just happy I got it. So the reason that I wasn't that excited about the ultrasound part is because I have to pay for that out of pocket. My insurance right now does not cover ultrasounds, which suck because I just got the bill in the mail and it's $362 every time I have to have an ultrasound. And that's a lot of money. So my next doctor's appointment isn't until 20 weeks. So February 11th is my second doctor's appointment. And that one is, she said it's just an ultrasound. And it's a really long ultrasound where they do more in-depth like measurements and all sorts of things, which I'm excited about because then my baby's gonna look really real like a baby. And I didn't think that I would care this much about the ultrasounds, but I'm like, Jessie, I don't really care if we have to pay for these ultrasounds and like set up a payment plan or whatever. I want to see this baby. Like, I don't care. I need to see the baby. So I don't know why I'm getting like really emotional right now thinking about it. Like, whew, I should talk about my symptoms right now too, because I'm still in the first trimester, but my symptoms from my last symptoms video have changed dramatically. I should do a new symptoms video right now. Let me know if anybody's interested in seeing that. So after the ultrasound, Jessie had to leave and go wait for me in the car. And I didn't mind that too much because, I mean, what was the lady gonna do to me? Like, I was just like, what is possibly gonna happen? And do I need Jessie here for that? No, I've gone to the gynecologist my whole life without anybody. I'll be fine, like, it's fine. And it's not like Jessie was meeting our doctor that's gonna deliver the baby, because my doctor's office, which I kind of don't like, has like, I wanna say 10 or 12 doctors that could possibly deliver your baby, and it's just like a group of doctors, and who's ever on call that day is gonna deliver your baby. And I have to say, I don't really like it because I've been going to the same like hospital for my gynecologist visits since like forever. I've never gone anywhere else but this one place, and I saw this one lady and she pinched my leg while she was doing the exam where you stick that thing in you and you crank it open. She pinched my leg in the little cranky thing. And now she's one of the doctors who could possibly deliver my baby. And I'm just like, if you can't even give me a pap smear without injuring me, like, how are you gonna deliver a baby? Like, how? Like, I really, like, if I keep thinking about this to the point where I think I might even change places because, or ask like if she's on call, can like, because there's more than one person on call at a time. If she's on call, can the other person come for me? Because I do not want this lady to deliver my baby. I just have bad vibes from her. Like, I don't know, like, you can't do a pap smear, girl. How are you gonna deliver my baby? Am I being crazy? Am I being crazy right now? Please somebody tell me, am I being crazy for thinking this? Because I don't know, she gives me bad vibes. And she tried to pressure me into getting pregnant like 3 years ago. And I'm just like, did I even mention having a baby in this doctor's visit? Didn't even mention having a baby to you. Did I say I even wanted to have a baby ever in my life to you? I didn't. So why are you trying to tell me I should have a baby? Nobody's asking for your opinion, honey. And I think everybody knows that once you reach a certain age, you know, you're on the decline of having healthy babies. Like, everybody knows this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to tell somebody who didn't even mention having a baby to have a baby. Sorry, I just went on a little tangent because she really kind of like irks me. So there's that. But anyways, so I get to the doctor's office and a nurse like asked me a bunch of questions like, do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you smoke weed? Do you do this? Do you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Like a bunch of questions. She took my blood pressure and my weight. I actually gained 4 pounds since finding out I'm pregnant. Again, my little pregnancy app on my phone says that in the first trimester, you should gain between 1 and 4 pounds. And as of right now, I'm a little bit over that. So I think I'm gonna have to like relax on eating so much. I don't know. I don't want to be one of those people who eats like overeats their entire pregnancy and then you have the baby and there's just so much extra stuff you thought would go away and it's still there because you overate so much. Like my mom said she like not to overeat. My sister told my mom to tell me not to overeat. So I'm gonna try not to overdo it because honestly, like I said in my last symptoms video, like you don't have to eat that much more calories when you find out you're pregnant, and I think I'm overdoing it. So that happened, and then the doctor came in and she gave me a pelvic exam. She also gave me a breast exam, and she asked me if I had any questions. I didn't really have any questions except for one question. I asked her after having this baby, how long do I have to stay in the hospital? And she said for new moms, they want you to stay 2 days, which I don't get. Like, I know a lot of people like want to stay in the hospital after having a baby because they're scared to go home or like they don't know what they're doing or whatever. But I'm just like, to me, it's like, humans have been having babies forever. It'll come to me like I want to go home, sleep in my own bed. I want to go home and have my husband cook me some good food, not have hospital food. Like I don't really want to stay there, especially if I have a vaginal childbirth. Like I get it if you have a C-section, but if I have like a vaginal birth, let me go home. Like I want to go home. I don't want to stay there for 48 hours. Are you kidding me? I hate hospitals. And COVID's running rampant in Milwaukee right now. Don't you need this bed for something else? You know, I don't know. I don't want to stay there. But she didn't really say anything. Like, she didn't give me any advice. She didn't, like, say anything really. I didn't have any questions, but she didn't really, like, say anything about what should be happening to me right now, what shouldn't be happening to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people ask a lot of questions, but I didn't have a lot of questions because, you know, Google, there's a Google. So I Google a lot of things. So I feel like I had all my questions already answered from Google and like maternity books and stuff like that. So I didn't have a whole lot of questions. So she didn't really say a whole lot. She did say that, oh yeah, I've been having like little red dots, like acne on my chest recently, and it's really annoying. And I asked her about that, and she said I can't use salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide on it, which, great. So there's that. What else did she say? She asked me if I'm interested in genetic testing. I said no, because I don't know. I don't see the point in genetic testing because it's in there, you know? Like I could see before you plan on having a baby, maybe do genetic testing to see what your odds are of having a baby with a genetic problem. but the baby's already in there. Like, what am I gonna do now? Like, if something's wrong with it, like, what is there to do? I'm not gonna have an abortion because my baby has Down syndrome. So there's no point in it, in my eyes, of getting genetic testing. Also, let me knock on some wood here. Nobody I know in my family or Jesse's family has any like genetic problems like that. So I'm pretty sure this baby's good. And then after that came the worst part of the whole experience. They took my blood, and I'm a fainter, so I was just like, please, I don't want to faint. Like, I laid down while they took my blood so I didn't faint. And I actually, for the first time getting my blood taken in my life, I didn't have any kind of feeling like I was about to faint, which is magic. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because I drank a bunch of orange juice and ate a banana before I went to the doctor, because I was like, they're gonna take my blood and I need to be prepared for this. So they took 4 like vials of blood, and I was like, oh God, why are they taking all of my blood? And I already got my test results back. And let me tell you about this part. So they took all these tests, like all these freaking tests I have on my doctor's like app thing, and I don't know what any of it means. Like, I know the glucose one means like the diabetes. They did one with what else did they do? Oh, they tested me for like gonorrhea and chlamydia, and I was like, girl, I've been married for 7 years. I would know by now. Like, I know I don't have chlamydia or gonorrhea. I know I don't, but sure, go ahead. And then what else did they test me for? They tested me for like a bunch of stuff, and the results came back and it was all like letters. It was like RT, like a bunch of crap that I tried to Google, and I was just like, okay, like I don't know what this means. But thankfully they gave me like a range of what is normal on the test results, and I was in the range, so at least I knew like everything was fine. But it would be nice to know like what all of this actually means. Like, it was just like a bunch of letters. Kitty, no. It was just like a bunch of letters, and I just don't know what any of it means. But I guess it was all fine, so I guess I don't have to know what it means. So that was it for my first doctor's appointment. It was a lot less painful than I thought it was gonna be. Like I said, I hate going to the doctor. I hate going to the hospital. I hate it. I hate getting my blood taken. I hate all of it. Like, I wish I could avoid the whole process, but it actually wasn't that bad. It took about 1 hour and 45 minutes altogether with everything, and it really wasn't that bad. It was, I almost like pooped myself before we went because I was so nervous about it. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty an alright experience. My favorite part of the whole thing was the ultrasound, obviously. I'm excited for the next ultrasound, but let me know how your first doctor's appointment went, if it was similar or what, because I kind of am interested to see how other people's experiences are as their first doctor's appointment, because mine seemed a little like nonchalant. I didn't get a whole lot of information. I didn't really ask for any information, but I wasn't given any information either. So yeah, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I'll see you next time.